You've been told that a 401k is your safety net. It's not. It's a prepaid funeral for a life you were too afraid to live. You are currently participating in the greatest biological heist in human history. You are giving the system your vibrancy, your strength, and your best years in exchange for the permission to be free when your body is finally too broken to enjoy it. Wall Street loves a man who saves. Because a man who saves is a man who stays in his cage. They want you to lock your capital away so they can use it to build their empires today, while they tell you to wait 40 years for the leftovers. They are trading your present-day health for a future-day promise that the math says they can't even keep. You are funding a lifestyle for a 70-year-old version of yourself that won't even have the energy to spend the money. In this audit, I'm going to deconstruct the 401k myth and show you the 3 reasons why compound interest is a bribe they use to keep you in the 9 to 5 grind. I'm going to show you how to perform a biological arbitrage, how to spend your wealth when it actually matters before the concrete sets. Most people die at 30 and aren't buried until 80. Don't let your 401k be the shovel. The banks want you to keep sleeping. I'm telling you to wake up and look at the hostage situation you call a savings plan. The freedom is now. The audit is closed. Let's talk about the only currency that actually matters, biological utility. The financial industry treats a dollar at age 25 the same as a dollar at age 75. This is a primary deception. In the world of finance, they call it currency fungibility. In the real world, it's a lie. A dollar at 25 can buy you a backpacking trip across the Alps. It can buy you the ability to start a business while you have the energy to pivot. It can buy you memories that serve as emotional dividends for the rest of your life. A dollar at 75, it buys you a slightly better brand of blood pressure medication. It buys you a more comfortable chair to sit in while you watch the world pass you by. It buys you a golden years experience where the gold is actually just a tint on your cataract surgery. You are currently selling your peak utility years, the years where your knees don't creak, your eyes can see the horizon, and your heart can handle the adrenaline of a risk, to buy back time when your utility is at 0. Wall Street calls this responsible planning. I call it biological bankruptcy. You are taking a high-interest loan out on your youth to pay off a debt to a ghost. You are saving for a version of yourself that won't even exist. This is mistake number 1. Valuing the future dollar over the biological present. If you have $2 million in the bank, but you can't walk a mile without pain, you aren't rich. You are just a wealthy prisoner of your own biology. Look at this graph. They show it to every 22-year-old on their first day of work. They say, look at the curve. If you just put away $500 a month, you'll be a millionaire by 65. They call it the 8th wonder of the world. I call it the bribe of the patient. Compound interest is the mechanism the system uses to keep the most productive members of society from ever taking a real risk. If you believe that your freedom is guaranteed by a 40-year math equation, you will never quit the job you hate. You will never start the company you dream of. You will never challenge the status quo. Why? Because you're protecting the curve. But here's the audit they don't show you. inflation and opportunity cost. By the time that $1 million hits your account in 40 years, the purchasing power will be cut in half, and the opportunity cost, the life you didn't live while you were protecting the curve, will be infinite. You are giving the banks your actual value, your labor and time, and they're giving you back theoretical value, numbers on a screen, 40 years later. They take your money today to invest in the companies that they control, while they tell you to stay in your cubicle and trust the process. You aren't an investor. You are a subsidizer. You are subsidizing the dreams of the elite with the most valuable asset you own, your now. Mistake number 2, believing that the security of the curve is worth the surrender of your ambition. Compound interest is for the people who have already given up on their ability to create massive value in the present. The 401k is a tax-deferred ransom note. The government tells you it's a tax advantage. Let's look at the mechanics. They encourage you to put your money in a place where you cannot touch it without a massive penalty until you are nearly 60 years old. Why would they do that? Because a man with accessible capital is dangerous. A man who can reach into his pocket and fund his own escape is a man who cannot be controlled. By locking your wealth in a 401k, you have effectively handed your autonomy to the state and the financial institutions. You have agreed to a deal where you work for the next 30 years, and in exchange, you get permission to access your own money once you are too old to be a threat to the labor market. It's the ultimate retention strategy. It's not about your retirement. It's about your compliance. As long as your wealth is tied up in the plan, you are tied to the machine. You have to keep the job to keep the match. You have to keep the match to keep the dream. And if the market crashes the year before you retire, if the empire decide to change the tax laws, if the currency devalues by 30%, you have no recourse. You are a passenger on a ship where you don't even have access to the lifeboats. Mistake number 3, trading liquidity for legacy. Liquidity is power. A 401k is a frozen asset, and in a world that changes every 6 months, a frozen asset is a liability. So what is the alternative? If we stop saving, do we just die broke? No, we perform biological arbitrage. We stop investing in the market, and we start investing in the machine, which is you. Step 1. The health to wealth swap. Spend your money now on things that extend your utility years. Buy the best food, the best trainers, the best medical preventative care. If you can push your physical peak from age 40 to age 60, you have effectively added 20 years of high-value labor to your life. That is a better ROI than any index fund in history. Step 2. Invest in skill stacking. The best inflation hedge is your ability to solve problems for other people. $50,000 spent on a 401k is a gamble. $50,000 spent on mastering a high-income skill, sales, AI, engineering strategy, is an income floor that nobody can take away. You don't need a retirement plan if you are a person the world cannot afford to lose. Step 3. The memory dividend. Spend money on experiences while your body can actually process them. A trip to Tokyo at 28 creates a dividend of perspective, networking, and joy that pays out for 60 years. That same trip at 78 is just a long flight and a sore back. Stop saving for the funeral. Start funding the life. The goal isn't to reach the end with the biggest pile of paper. The goal is to reach the end having used the machine until the wheels fall off. I have $10 million, and I would trade every cent of it to have the knees I had when I was 25 and broke. The banks can't sell you vitality. They can only sell you comfort. And comfort is just a slow-acting poison for the ambitious soul. You are currently building a house for a man who won't be able to climb the stairs. Stop sleeping. Take a cold, clinical look at your bank statement. If 90% of your wealth is locked in a future you aren't even guaranteed to see, you aren't responsible. You are a victim of marketing. Wall Street has convinced you that the peak of life is the end. It's not. The peak is now. The peak is the moment you decide that your time is worth more than their interest rates. Withdraw your consent from the 401k myth. Invest in your health. Invest in your skills. Invest in your presence. Build an empire that you can actually walk through while you still have the strength to enjoy the view. The 401k is a shovel. Put it down. The audit is closed.